I'm Jack Church, staff writer with the Daily Beacon. With less than 1 week until Tennessee women's basketball season, I sat down with Tess Darby to talk about her goals for the year, her summer trip to Italy, and the ambitions for the Lady Vols this year. So Tess, with the team you went to Italy this summer, how did that help you in terms of your team bonding, especially bringing in 4 new transfers?
It was really cool. It was a special opportunity, grateful that we were able to be on that stage and present the Lady Vol brand and logo on that side of the world. But it was awesome. The chemistry we built on the court, playing those teams over there, but then off the court, just getting to be with each other in a whole different country and experiencing that together.
Is there anything specifically on the court, playing 3 games over the summer, that was an opportunity maybe you didn't get last year?
I have to think long and hard about that one. It feels like it's forever ago. Honestly, I feel like just playing different positions and different roles. We have a new team. It's not going to look the same. So just figuring out what this team does best and kind of just running with it.
Moving into this season, is there anything specifically from your fall practice that you think you've especially improved on?
I definitely want to say my communication, being a leader on the floor, helping encourage my teammates, just staying vocal at all times. And then secondly, probably doing more, being more than just a 3-point threat. We have so many offensive threats on the end, so just adding more to your game and then making the defense have to think even harder.
Kelly Harper has been specifically talking about rebounding all summer and all fall as an area where you can improve. How do you think you're doing in terms of that area?
We're definitely not meeting the standard. Tennessee basketball is built on rebounding. That's what this whole program has been built on. And losing the key pieces like we had with the Jordan Horstons, Jordan Walkers, who average so many offensive and defensive rebounds a games. That's an area we're all going to have to chip in on and give extra effort. And that's the whole practice plan. If you're going to pick up a practice plan, you're going to see rebounding on it in some way.
As you move towards the season, you have that exhibition with the U.S. Women's National Team. How do you think that opportunity uniquely prepares you for the season?
I think it's an incredible opportunity for our program, and then especially for example, Rakia Jackson, Tamara Key, for the ones that are wanting to go play at that next level, getting them to experience basically competing with high-level WNBA players. I think it's an awesome opportunity, and then it's definitely going to be a reality check for us. We're going to have to be prepared, all positions, but most importantly, just have fun.
Is there any maybe specific player you're looking forward to playing against for the first time?
That's what me and Mr. Eric were sitting over there talking about. Honestly, it was really cool to see Ryan Howard and Aaliyah Boston on the list, just knowing that we played against them in the SEC and seeing them do really well in the WNBA. I'm just really excited for the opportunity.
And then as you move forward into the schedule proper, Kelly Harper once again scheduled a very difficult non-conference schedule. Why do you think that's important in terms of how you prepare for the season?
I think it's definitely important just to figure out adversity. You never know when adversity is going to hit, and why not get the first punch out in the first game of the season. But just figuring out what this team does, what we do best, and just playing together. And I think playing difficult and hard veteran teams is one way to figure it out.
As you match up, once you get into conference play with South Carolina and LSU, you did have that win over LSU in the tournament. How do you think you match up against those teams this year?
I think we're going to match up with them even better. We know what it takes to be at that high level. Playing in the SEC championship, SEC is the best conference in my opinion. But having LSU that won a national championship, knowing we beat them, you said it, but knowing that we can be there, we can compete with those teams.
With Destiny Wells and Jewel Spear coming in, how do you think they're going to impact your offensive game plan in terms of creating shots?
Oh, it's going to be a huge impact. Just at their previous schools, they were offensive threats. They created so much for their teammates, and they make whoever's around them so much better. So just having them and knowing that the defense can't take 2 steps off of them because they can either hit you with a 3, a jump shot, or get to the basket. Really excited to have them on our team this year.
Avery Strickland also comes in. How do you think she's going to play a role in your offense this year?
Avery is a hustler, and she's a rebounder, honestly. And I think that's something that we need. She knows that she can come in at any time and just give us that spark that we need. Practice, she's been doing incredibly well, and it's just so fun to see her, especially represent her home state.
You obviously represent the state of Tennessee as well. How much do you think that maybe means to you more than a player who's not from Tennessee?
It means a lot. Just everything that this university and this program has given to me. I mean, I can't really put into words. Sometimes I still have to take a step back and kind of put it into perspective that I am at the University of Tennessee and playing for my home state. It's awesome. Still haven't found the word to describe it, but I mean, I know Avery is just as excited, and Destiny.
You also have a unique opportunity in that you play with your sister on this team. How do you think your relationship as sisters has grown over the course of Edie for playing for the Lady Vols?
So much. Our favorite saying is iron sharpens iron. Having a sister that's been with me through basketball from early elementary school days to now at an elite college level like this. I mean, it's every parent's sister's dream. And to say that we're doing it together, it's something that we'll never forget.
When I talked to Edie at Media Days, she told me to ask which of you was smarter. Do you have an answer to that?
Edie. Edie was valedictorian of her class. I'll give that one to her. Point Edie.
Yeah. You were named to the SEC Community Service team last year. How much does just community service and off-the-court work mean to you as a person and as a student at the University of Tennessee?
It means a lot to me. Coming from a small town and just seeing everyone rally around each other, the support that I still get, and just being on this stage, using my platform to give back. Just any way I can give back, from Vol Leaders, my service trips, to Operation Christmas Child, shoebox packing. I mean, anything that we do in the community here in Knoxville in the summer or anytime. It's just awesome, and it's great. It's really humbling and exciting to see even my teammates use their platform in order to give back.
Also off the court, you recently released a new NIL t-shirt. Come on, Darby, let's go party. How much does those NIL opportunities mean to you as a student here and as a player?
It's incredible. It's just the opportunities that we are given, especially as a women's basketball team, and representing the Lady Vol brand and logo that's worldwide. I mean, we saw that this past summer. But being a business major, it's like networking and how do you build a platform? Honestly, the money about it doesn't really mean a lot. It's just networking and using that to build a platform for myself, for the university, and just giving back and using it like that.
You made the Sweet 16 last year, lost to Virginia Tech. Is there anything about this team that gives you an indication you can go maybe a round or two further?
Oh, there's so much. We compete in practice. No one wants to lose. Everyone on this team is a winner, and we're going to find a way to win. So just, I mean, even when adversity hits in practice, it's like, all right, next man up. Yeah, I think we have a winning team, and I think we're all bought in.
A player who means a lot in practice is Talaysia Cooper. She's obviously not allowed to play this year, but what has she shown on the practice floor that's impacted you?
Talaysia Cooper is MVP of practice, and she would be an MVP of a game if she had the opportunity to. But just she comes in and she competes day in and day out. She knows her role with this year and what it's going to have to be, and it's making her teammates around her better. The coaches tell her, Talaysia, if you can go score on them. If you can take the ball from them, take it. And she just knows that at the end of the day, we're all a team, and she's willing to make each and every one of us better.
How is playing against Talaysia in practice different than your normal scout team?
You can't lose Talaysia. Talaysia is going to go get a rebound. She is going to steal it from you, and she can create her own shot. She's an elite player, and she doesn't take a play off. So just having her on our team, and just the chemistry she brings, she's an adventure every day. You never know what Talaysia is going to do, and I think that's just the best part of having her as your teammate.
You talk about an adventure every day. Is there anything else about this team that is unique every day when you come into the building?
I wouldn't say, I mean, every day that we're here, we all enjoy being around each other, and I think you can see that in practice. We all care for each other, and we want the best for each other. We're willing to push each other, but we know as soon as we step off the court, you know, we're friends, we're teammates. So yeah, just how everyone is just bought in, really.
With 4 transfers coming in, how do you think you've been able to incorporate them into that maybe personal aspect, the bonding aspect of it?
You know, it's honestly been really easy. We all get along so well. We all have very exciting personalities, but they've all played at an elite level of college basketball. So they know what preseason's like. They know what being a part of a team's like. And, I mean, everyone's just bought in.